Hi everyone, this is an announcement to let you know that after these readings are released, I'll be changing the name of this channel from Peace, Love and Tarot to Wild Lotus Tarot. I just felt that Peace, Love and Tarot was no longer in alignment with myself and with my message, so I wanted to choose a new name. And I've always loved the lotus because it's a symbol of spiritual transformation, and also because it appears on what is, I'm sure, all of our favourite card, and that is the Ace of Cups. So if we just have a look down here, they are lotus flowers on the surface there. And, you know, the idea is that the lotus flower, it starts its journey as a seed, in the mud at the bottom of the pond, and it follows the light through the water to the surface where it blooms as that beautiful flower. And, it's a symbol of the transformation, the journey to open ourselves to love, to self-love, to the divine. So I love that idea. I think it's a beautiful symbol. That's why I've chosen that name. And I see, my purpose with this channel is to help you, access that wild lotus inside of you and to help you on your journey of transformation, whatever that might be for you. So next time you tune in, you'll see the new name. I've already started changing the channel art, so it's going to be a little bit inconsistent for the next week or so. And just while you're here too, before we start your reading, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, for your subscription if you've subscribed, for every like, comment and share. I really do appreciate it. You've really helped me grow my channel. I'm very passionate about tarot and I love bringing you these readings, and I really hope that you'll join me in my new journey as Wild Lotus Tarot. So for now, let's go to your reading. Okay Taurus, let's go on with your reading. This is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for May 25th to the 31st. We've got oracle cards here, which we'll get to, and we've got the fixed positions this week. We have recent past, 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Current or focus energies this week, we have the 4 of Wands and Akashic records. And near future outcome, we have the Hanged Man with transformation, which is the Death card. Really interesting here, Taurus. Sliding doors energy, something being released, beautiful new energy coming in for you. I have the sense that there is something, a past pattern or something even maybe from a past life. There's something that really from your Akashic library, some kind of imprint, some kind of contract or something that wants to be released, something that's deeply rooted in your foundation. When you release that, that's when this passionate new beginning and the whole perspective change and deep personal transformation is going to come through for you. So let's go to oracle card first, cards, and then we'll go to the tarot. So we have Unbound, which is about releasing soul patterns, contracts, or past lives, definitely from that Akashic library, which we'll explain shortly. And we have Parvati from the Yogic Path deck. Now, Parvati is the goddess of devotion, love, and yoga. And it's really about saying that you've been taking the action, or you're on the course of action to becoming your higher self. And it represents commitment to practice, unbreakable willpower, and the power of self-transformation. And it's about continuing on your journey to enlightenment. So that's definitely quite representative of what we see here with that transformation energy. As we always, release things and purge, we're always moving closer to that frequency and raising our vibration as well. So we've got the Unbound oracle card here as well. So I really think this is what linking into that release that needs to happen. So I'm just going to read that one out. It's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There's never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at the patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It's time to unwind from them. This is a life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. Just fits in perfectly, guys. You really can't make this up. Anyway, let's start in your recent past here with the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So guys, this really is the perfect sliding door in the tarot. A 10, which is, an ending, and number 1, which is a beginning. And of the same suit as well. So Wands is our suit of spirituality, of personal power, passion, enthusiasm, and energy. And somebody who's in the Ten of Wands energy is, you know, lacking for that because they're carrying too much weight, a burden, too much responsibility, a soul contract from the past, a past memory, a way of being or an identity that no longer suits or serves. There's something that has been weighing you down, weighing heavily on you. And if we want to look at it as on a more kind of practical, physical level, it can also be, you know, a job that's no longer in alignment, a relationship, you know, a toxic friendship, something like that. But I'm definitely feeling that something that's been carried down your ancestral line, maybe from, you know, your family now, or, you know, obviously from, if you believe in lives beyond even. It's amazing how the beliefs and the values and the ways of being that our family kind of impose on us can really set us up to repeat cycles that might not be in our best interest as well. So you can see here that by carrying this weight or this identity or whatever it is for you, there's a sense that it's blocking your vision, because this person here is just on autopilot on their, you know, well-worn path of wherever they go, and what they do during the day. But these wands are kind of blocking the vision. This person can't see other ways to go, other opportunities, other pathways that might be there, but they're blinded because of the weight and the load of these wands. So it's really time to complete that, to open up that vision, to see new ways of being. Because what this person is not seeing is that sliding door, is that doorway, is that new opportunity, this Ace of Wands that is wanting to come in. Now the Ace of Wands can be a passionate new opportunity or offering. Yes, that can be in romantic love, a connection coming in with really intense sexual and chemical energy. It can be a new work offer coming in, something that's on purpose, in alignment, that we're really passionate about. Or it can just be a fresh new start, you know, newfound sense of energy and enthusiasm and spirituality for your own life after releasing, you know, values or identities or things that don't serve you anymore. So that's what wants to come in and what wants to be let go of. And I'm really feeling that the focus energies this week really do sort of give a little bit more information about what this ending relates to. We have the Four of Wands and we have Akashic Records. Now the Akashic Records card is an extra major arcana in the Starchild Tarot deck. And this one here really talks about the Akasha, of the Akashic Library. So the concept is that, you know, everything that's kind of happened in the universe and your life and the life of your ancestors and your family, it stays in the ether because it's energy, and energy can't be created or destroyed. And that's why it can continually, you know, play out, because it has an energetic frequency that you might be tuning to. So whatever this thing is that needs to be released, this situation or energy, I feel like it's from your ancestral line, from, you know, those past lives, past contracts, karmic contracts with family, partners, that sort of thing. And it's tuning into that oracle card which says it's time to release it, because it's time for you to free yourself and liberate yourself and go through this personal transformation or awakening that's here for you. Now with the Four of Wands, I feel that this is really indicating that it's something that's deeply rooted in your foundation, in your sense of stability, in your sense of home. It could be in your relationships, so your, you know, your partnered relationship or romantic relationship, or, you know, from your parents as well. And we have that sense here with the 11-11 formation that this is the synchronistic time in divine timing for you to release this. I feel like maybe this is part of your purpose in this life, was to be the one that would break this cycle so that it doesn't play out anymore. I feel like I know it sounds quite deep, but there is an opportunity here to change a karmic cycle, to change that butterfly effect, and to liberate yourself and generations to come from whatever this is. So, I mean, and yes, it can be something really serious, but it could be something small as well, just in terms of the way you approach, let's say, love and relating. You know, that's going to lead to much more joy for everyone else that experiences that in the future. And in your outcome or near future position, we have the Hanged Man and Transformation. So double major arcana here. And very powerful card. So Transformation is the Death card. So it really says here that this absolutely has to come to pass in order for you to become, you know, almost enlightened, to to move to the next stage in your energetic frequency and evolution, to free yourself, to liberate yourself, to get to that aha moment. That's what I'm seeing here. So, you know, the Death card is all about release. It's about, you know, knowing that there's nothing more certain in life than that birth, death, and rebirth cycle. And it's about understanding that sometimes we have to let things come to pass or release things so that we can get to an even better, you know, next step, next season, next chapter in our lives. And both of these cards encourage surrender. So the Hanged Man can be an energy where you may have felt a little bit, you know, stuck or bound by whatever this thing is in the past. But the Hanged Man is kind of like waiting for that ideal time to release or liberate. And it all kind of depends on understanding, on information, on enlightenment. So you may have been kind of waiting to seek some information. A truth may have come to light. There could have been a conversation or a communication in some way, and it could be something that's come through the Akashic network. It could have been something that's come through in a dream or in a vision, or, you know, through a psychic reading or something like that. I feel like something has come to light that has made you realize now is the time to release this. I have the understanding I need of it. And the Hanged Man can talk about dying the death of the Hanged Man. And that can be going through that process of denial, bartering, anger, depression, sadness, until we get to a place of acceptance. And it's that place of acceptance that we reach that allows us to surrender to the truth that is, to the past or the history that was, that we can't change it, that we can't go and rewrite our Akashic record, we just need to accept. And that's the medicine, that's the release, and that's when the light bulb goes on, and that's when the transformation happens. When you get the light bulb on and you start to release yourself and move towards the light, you know, that's when the transformation happens. And that's why Death card is the card of transformation. It's through letting something release that's no longer serving you, that's no longer an identity or an alignment with you. You know, there's such liberation in that, because you're clearing energetic space for the new. You're cutting the energetic cords, in this case, of maybe lifetimes of repeating a cycle. It's really saying it's time for that to be completely over for you. So I love it. Both these cards talk about, you know, spiritual transformation as well, and maybe a step towards enlightenment also. Because, of course, if this is a major karmic lesson that's been playing out over lifetimes for you, you could have a bit of a leap in that department. The Hanged Man can also talk about needing to take a whole new perspective, see things from a whole new perspective, see the big picture, join the dots, you know, and sometimes that knowledge is the power that we need in order to release this thing, allow it to pass, and for you to kind of walk towards your new dawn, your new day, your new chapter, or your new season that is really waiting for you, Taurus. It's a very powerful reading, very, very powerful. That Akashic Records card, obviously, there's only, you know, that one card in that one deck. It doesn't come out very often, and I just feel like the cards that are surrounding it are just all perfect. It is the time to release, to forgive, to forget, to move on from whatever this thing is. And there's great transformation, great liberation, and a passionate new beginning on offer for you if you can. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. It feels complete. Do keep in mind it won't be everyone's reading, so don't make it fit if it doesn't resonate. Do leave me a comment. I love reading them, and I read them all, try and respond to them all as well. It helps me connect to your energies for the readings also. Yeah, and keep in mind that I will be back here with you next week for another reading at the same time and the same place.